My friends, welcome to Talk Casual. We're broadcasting all over the Outer Rim tonight. To the left of me is the dancing monkey himself, Ian.
Hey,
And always, I'm the Grandmaster Assault, Ariel. Alright, we thought we were going to have a quiet one this evening. We're going to do our list and talk about Mandalorian. But there seems to be more stuff happening. So what's happening tonight, Ian?
well, you pretty much just said everything.
Except for one
pretty
thing.
much right there. You only left one thing out. Well, what we're going to do in the correct order,
Yes.
we are going to be talking about fleets to build with the new core sets that are out with the Clone for the Clone Wars.
Yep.
Followed by that, we're going to go over what the awesomeness that happened in last week's Mido episode.
Correct.
And then we had a bit of a bomb today about all these different shows that are forthcoming. So that's going to be quite interesting.
Correct.
And another more important note, I am out of the old Virginia Southern Honey, so I have started this week on the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey Honey. So we are this far through the bottle so far. Let's see how far we get tonight.
So, Fly Casual brought you by Jack Daniel's tonight.
Jack Daniel's.
Correct.
That's how you pour a glass of whiskey.
Correct. All right, let's hit the... first things first, we thought, well, why don't we make some lists for you guys to think about, especially what I told Ian to make is a 300-point list, and then just with the core set and the squadron pack, the stuff that you get, and then a 400-point list if you have something extra. I presume you just used just everything that you had in, so...
Yeah, I'll use existing stuff. I haven't really gone too overboard with like other cards that may or may not have.
Okay.
But
that's what the upgrade card pack. So if you got the upgrade card pack,
and you've got the upgrade card pack, you don't have a problem. Yeah. So that's available.
So yeah.
So I'm just going to flick over to share my screen right now.
Okay.
And I will show you what I have come up with. Okay, we got that.
Yep.
Sorted nice?
It's up. Cool. Go ahead.
Alrighty, sweet. So first up, I'm going to do 300-point list. I just went something nice and simple, just going with what would come in the core set box there. I've decided to go with the Maleficent class, the comms frigate, chucking that one with Kraken, Clint turbo lasers, and the Salnador title.
Yep.
So just going over what Kraken does again.
Crackalack.
We've really got a choice between Kraken and Dooku, and I feel like Kraken's just better. Once per activation while a friendly ship is attacking a ship, if another friendly ship is at close to medium range of the defender, the attacker may change one die to a face with one icon and no other icons. So basically, you're getting good rerolls.
Yeah,
you're getting a guaranteed hit. It's pretty much equivalent. It's almost the equivalent of having IFF.
Yeah.
As long as you keep ships next to each other, and so we got Link Turbo Laser for the rerolls. We all know what that does. And this title here is pretty sweet. Was it Salnalor?
Salnador.
Is that a D or an O?
O.
Salnalador. Salnalaor. Let's call him Sal.
Sal. Better call Sal.
Yeah, better call Sal. Exactly.
The best title.
So. The best title. So while defending, if you are at speed 2 or higher, you may spend a defense token to resolve the evade effect instead of that token's effect. You can resolve the evade defense effect. You cannot resolve it more than once.
Yep.
Per attack.
Nice.
So it's a pretty sweet title, really. So you got those long range shots coming in. Someone shoots you. You can't. You're not going to spend your brace. You're not going to spend your redirect. You're not even going to you'll spend yourself though. But you just got that ability to get an evade if it's only like one dice or two dice or something.
They're perfect against an Onaga when you can't salvo back against the
exactly. It's great against Onagas, and Onagas are a thing, and so you're pretty much turning your salvo into cancelling two of the dice.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty sweet deal, really. And you know what? That Maleficent doesn't really need much more than that. Like that is That's pretty much it. You don't really need to put more on that.
Yeah.
Following that, I've got the two hard cells.
Yep.
Both with Link Turbo Laser towers, because what else are you going to put on them?
Yeah.
There's not really much else.
Correct.
Yeah. There's if I had the points, which I don't really like. I do like one of the titles. I think it's Foreman's Labor. where if you got a shield, you can basically, it gives you a free evade for 5 points. If I could put that in there, I'd probably put it on 1. That being a ship that you can then jam right up in front of, like to medium range of your opponent's ship, so you can get the Kraken ability to trigger. So that always worked out good. But yeah, I don't really have the points. I'd rather save it for squadrons.
Yeah.
So following down with squadrons for that, I've just gone with the Tri-Droid fighters. Those things go speed 5. I just kind of like them. They just remind me of. So I've got 3 of the generics. I've got the DIST-81, where your attacks cannot be obstructed, and you have Snipe 3.
Yeah.
So it's good to get rid of some aces. And I have the Palaki something, I don't know.
Palak, Alarok.
Arrock.
Arrock.
Prototypes, whatever it is.
Prototypes.
After an enemy squadron ends its activation at distance 1, that squadron suffers 1 damage. So it's basically the reverse Mauler.
Nice.
So I figure he's pretty handy. So yeah, come attack him, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, come attack him. They've all got counter. They've all got swarm. They've got the AI squadron as well. So the AI squadron, while attacking a squadron, if you are activated by a squadron command, you may add 1 die of your 1 die to your attack pool of a color that is already in your attack pool. So you're just getting extra blue dice.
Nice.
Or an extra black dice with the 2 names. So it's pretty sweet. And you got the swarm. So yeah, pretty sweet.
I see here there's no objectives. What objectives would it be in?
Yeah, I didn't pick objectives. Man, that's something I should do, shouldn't I? So yeah, we'll do that together, Mars. Let's do that together. So 3 small ships. They don't go the fastest. You know what? 3 attacking ships. Opening salvos.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to say opening salvos sounds like a good idea.
Kind of like in a 300 point with 3 ships, and they're all red dice.
Red dice.
Range.
Yeah.
Yeah, red dice. So opening salvo isn't too bad. Plus, you know, you also get to you can add any color of dice.
Correct. So you can add your blacks and stuff.
You'd add in 2 blue because
just
you
for
get
the accuracy.
You'll always get something. So opening salvo would be a good choice, or even surprise attack.
Yep.
Because again, being able to nullify their commands is probably what I'd use. So either opening or surprise attack. I'd probably just go with opening for this one though. Just why not? I like that one. Now usually the yellows, I'm pretty much always picking. Where are you? Rift Ambush, because I just really like Rift Ambush.
Yeah, Rift Ambush. I like Rift Ambush.
It's fun, isn't it? Rift Ambush is great. Yeah, it's a great one. Another sip of whiskey there. So yeah, Rift Ambush would probably be a good one. Possibly even Fleet Ambush, because again, you're playing that 300 point format, so bringing your opponent's ships close to you can sometimes be a good thing, but it can also backfire on you. So you've got to be careful with that one. But it's, you know, you do have the ability to get all those dice in. You've got the Kraken ability, which, you know, that'll help bring Kraken forwards more. So it's a risky one, but I almost don't mind it. Because, you know, if you're a bit of smart play there, you can do well against it.
Yeah.
What else we got? Contested outplay, VIP. Look, VIP, you can always take VIP if you want the easy one, just a free 50 points. But to be honest, I think out of all the yellows with this particular list, just because I like it, I'm going to go the Rift Ambush.
Yep, nice.
And for blue, I don't really know what really helps out in the blues here. I'd probably want to take the Intel sweep just so I can try and get the 75 points by getting those 3 tokens.
How about infested fields? Because you do have the squadrons to pick up the tokens, and then just to help you out with.
I do. I just prefer the Intel sweep, the 75 points from the Intel sweep, as opposed to possibly only getting 45 points.
Yeah.
From the infested fields.
But then you get
if they don't bring squadrons, then I get them all. You can get more points. So it's plus you always got the extra added bonus where you can put those exegals down to get the anti-squadron against your opponent as well. So it's a good toss between those. In a way, I almost feel like I just want to chuck on Solar Corona just because I know that's what my opponent pick. And then, because this is the fun thing about objectives, you got to remember when picking your objectives, you're not just picking objectives that pick for your fleet. You also want to pick the objectives that you want to play every game.
Correct.
And, so ships like these hard sells, which you know, as I said, they're a bit of a hard sell, and you don't really have a lot of hull points on either one of these ships.
Yeah.
Sometimes Solar Corona, where you're losing that dice, you know, getting rid of that accuracy. You don't have any ECMs. It's probably not
you got a point. Yeah, because you don't have ECMs, and you really want them.
You don't have ECMs. That's the trouble. And be honest, now with the rules change that we have with ECM now it's pretty much maybe once or twice a game you get to use it.
Yeah.
Because you need to have that token to regen it, which is just
Yeah.
So I think you're really going to see a lot of solo Corona out there now. So I think you better get used to playing that.
Yeah.
Because your opponent's going to want to pick when dealing with opening salvo, a rift ambush, or a solo Corona. What are they going to pick? They're probably going to pick solo Corona.
Solo Corona most
Plus,
likely. If it's the smart, the smart player will probably pick rift ambush if he knows how to play it correctly.
Especially if they got Ezra Bridger.
Yeah, Ezra Bridger,
or they got
an interdictor. So, but yeah, if they know if that one straight is coming and then the speed manipulation, then they'll know what to do about that. They'll pick Rift Ambush, but most likely 9 times out of 10, Solar Corona will be the one picked.
Exactly. Well, that's the other reason why I'd want to take it too, because especially with the Maleficent only being a speed 2, you can jack that thing up to speed 3 probably twice around with the correct placement of that Rift Ambush.
Yeah.
You can really get that ship around.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
As well. It's yeah, it's not. It's really not a bad option. Really
it's not a. Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the best bit is too, it's just the rift slows you down. So your dial can say speed 2. You can be near that rift. You're not going very fast, but because you're not still speed 2, you're getting the added effect of what the title's giving you as well. Your speed 2, so you still get to spin the evade effect.
Yeah.
So yeah, it comes in handy. So yeah,
Definitely.
it's that's probably what I'd put on to for those ones to give it a try. They're still just experimental because we've really got to see how these ships play out.
They're good for new players. It's just got minimal cards. It's got the rerolls for Link Tail Laser Towers. Really nice and simple.
It is, and you're not giving up a lot of points.
Ian, you've gone blank. I presume your internet connection's having issues again. But yeah, as I said before, nice simple fleet.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. He's back again.
Nice, simple, not a lot to... Oh, did you lose me?
Yeah, I lost you for a second. Go ahead.
Lost me for a minute?
Yeah.
Connection is unstable. Yay. Gotta love NBN.
Woohoo! Hey, I had 24 hours of lost. I lost internet for 24 hours, so my NBN connection got cut. So, yes.
So both our internet is dead then.
Correct.
Australian NBN, we gotta love it.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just where I'm heading with that. Just something simple.
Yeah.
That Maleficent is stronger on the side arcs, so obviously it's going to be a side shooter. So skirting around speed 2 kind of works pretty good with that thing, I think. And the salvo, it's
nice.
I kind of like it. I really like it. It's with that title too, you're pretty much turning that thing into a guppy.
Yeah.
Because you're going to salvo into an evade, and you've pretty much got yourself a speed 2 guppy there. So those things are pretty good. So
I like it.
Too bad.
Oh,
yeah, so yeah, it's simple. I like it. So yeah, it's a nice simple fleet there for your 300.
Yep.
Then if we want to upgrade, if you want to go out and spend the money and buy 2 packs, or possibly wait till you can get another ship or borrow one, we're going to have a look at that 400-point list which I've come up with.
Nice.
And this one here's got some nice dirty tricks to it, which you know me, and I like my dirty tricks.
Yep.
So in this one here, I'm flying 2 Maleficents, and I've got 2 hard cells, and I've got a bunch of squadrons. So the hard cells are simple. Just again, 2 hard cells, link turbo laser. Look, you don't need to do anything more of it. It's just simple.
It's a bit of a hard.
It's a bit of a hard cell to do anything else to it. So I'm sticking with Kraken again, and it's all pretty much the same. What I've done differently though this time is that I have added to the 2 Maleficents.
Yep.
They both have fighter coordination team. So after you execute a maneuver, you may select a number of unengaged friendly squadrons up to your squadron value at close to medium range. Those squadrons may move up to distance 1. So that's the way I've just been able to move my squadrons. And the reason why I want to move my squadrons is because Hyperwave Signal Booster. I'm really liking this card.
Yeah.
Now, it's 3 points. There's a chance I'm probably only going to use this once, but you know what? I think I only...
Oh, we lost you again, Ian. So Ian's stand by, guys. Ian's having some bad NBN trouble, like I had.
Unactivated friendly squadrons.
There he goes again.
Yep.
We lost you again, Ian.
Oh,
so
you got me back?
Yep, start again.
Okay. Okay, so Hyper Signal Booster.
Yeah.
My controllers?
You're cutting out
Did you
again.
hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting out again.
I'm cutting out? Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Is that better, or...?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you nice and clear.
Yep.
Sadly.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's...
So, did you hear me talk about flight controllers?
No. Start again.
Okay. Start again. So for these two Maleficents, I'm putting on both flight controllers.
Yep.
So the ability to move your squadrons, distance 1, the ones that are close to me in range after you move, so we can kind of nudge them forwards a little bit. Then I've gone and put on Hyperwave Signal Booster. So this one here, I'm probably going to use this once around because I don't like spending the tokens to get this card back again, but that's fine. During your squadron phase, when it is your fleet's turn to activate a squadron, you may exhaust this card to choose a number of unactivated friendly squadrons at close to long range up to your squadron value. This turn, activate those squadrons while attacking each of those squadrons with AI. Are treated as if they're activated with a squadron command. So the reason why I've chosen 2 ships with that is because I just happen to have 6 squadrons that go with it. Wouldn't you know?
Oh, how about that?
So I've got the same squadrons. I've pretty much just added an extra tri-fighter to it. I was thinking about dropping one of the hard cells, but I feel like I wanted 4 ships, and I kind of believe that with these droids and the ability to use the idea would be is you don't need to waste your command dial on a squadron to activate the squadrons in that first round of that first squadron phase that you generally want to pounce on your opponent. So by using your fighter coordination team, you can keep them close to your ship. You can even move them up that one little bit to keep them, always on the move. And then at the squadron phase, you burn both those cards, activate all my 6 squadrons as though they have been activated with a squadron command. And then, with the AI, they get to add an extra dice. So I've got 6 fighters coming in, 4 of them with 3 blue and a red, and with Swarm, and I've got 2 of them with some blues, some blacks, and some what fun. Yeah, probably black dice, those ones. But yeah, so or just using to bomb your ships. They've got 8 squadrons coming in to bomb your ships with black dice in the squadron phase all at once. It's almost as good as having rogue, really.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a really powerful card because then while that's doing that, while you're using it for your squadron phase, using your with that allows you to, instead of popping a squadron command that round to try and get some damage into your opponent, you can do a concentrate fire or a nav or some other card, some other trick that you want. So that way you can, pounce on them later. Pound more dice into them or do something, more spectacular to them. Another good one, which I do like, the one way to get Hyperwave Signal Booster to work twice for you, if you do pop that squadron command, but your opponent hasn't moved their squadrons in range enough of your ships, or you don't really want to attack them just yet, you can bank that token to refresh Signal Booster later in the round. So you can use Signal Booster then. I think, when do you refresh the cards? At the end of the round?
At the end of the round, yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of the round, instead of popping the squadron command, wait till the squadron phase, pop Hyperwave Signal Booster, and then use the token that you banked from your dial and pop the and refresh the card then if you wanted to. So you can do that trick again next round.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a way of delaying your squadrons if you need to, and yeah, I think it's a great card.
Nice, like it.
I think I'm really liking that card. So yeah, that's just the first 2 lists I've come up with, which I kind of like. I want to play more around with maybe tries and possibly add in some. Where I probably add in more of the Vulture droids.
And the same squadrons, same objectives for this one as well. Would you change it?
I'd probably go. You know what? I probably would. I'd probably stick. I definitely want to go the opening salvo because you've got 4 ships that are attacking.
Yep.
Again, I still like the fleet ambush. Sorry, not fleet ambush. The Rift
Assault. Yep.
Rift Assault, only because I'm not really feeling the rest of them, and I know a lot of people, probably less so now, and I think people are more aware of how Rift ambush works and how that Rift can really upset them. But Rifts can really upset people's gameplay. So either way, I just like having a Rift objective in there.
Yep.
And but with the blues, what do I do with blues? Ooh, blues. I probably would go Intel Sweep. Probably again, it'd really be a hard toss up between Intel Sweep and probably Solar Corona. Maybe Infest the Fields. I wouldn't do Hyperspace Migration. Or the other thing. Oh, actually, Hyperspace Migration is not necessarily a bad objective for this fleet because those ships do have side arcs, means you can follow along the Burgle. So you can kind of sit back a bit and not stress about too much. The only trouble is, though, again, you got onagers out there, and yeah, cool. Just let the onager just keep shooting at your long range while you're trying to score points. It's not always fun, but yeah. So that's probably what I do. I'd probably go one of those ones. Yeah, probably Intel Sweep or Solid Corona with it. Let's just say Intel Sweep because I chose Solid Corona last time. Yeah, so that's me.
Cool. That is very nicely done, man. All right,
Yeah.
I will now head over to my ones. So let's swap over, transition. There we are. All right. So this is my 300-point Republic list that I came up with. So I've gone with the Acclamator 2 as my flagship. So I've got Bail Organa as my commander. I've got Clone Captain Zack, Quad Battery Tannants, and Navota B as the title. So Bail Organa is the pseudo Thrawn kind of thing. So when a friendly ship reveals a command, you may discard up to one token of each type from this card. From each token you discard, that ship gains one additional command dial matching the token's type. So this will be working mostly on the charges if need to, or I can work on the Acclamator if I need to speed it up. I want to make it slow as possible because of the quad battery turrets. And it's also really pumping out I probably will do the squadron attacks really there. If I want to concentrate fire mostly, that will be Clone Captain Zack. So while you're attacking from your side or rear, it depends. If I go from the sides, I can exhaust the card and add a die to attack pool if I go from the side arcs. So he's got they've got not decent side arcs, but I might rethink that officers, but maybe the other one I was thinking as well. But still okay. So and then of course I've got two other ships are the Consular Chargers. So with linked turbo laser towers, both of them. And one of them's got the title Swift Return because that is such an awesome card. So for you people who are not aware, Swift Return is during a determined course step, if you are distance 1 or 2 of an obstacle, you may change your speed by 1 or increase your Yoryet value by 1. So for 3 points, it's basically almost an auto include for the consular charges, the ones that throw out the reds, not the cheaper one.
Yeah, well, like we said, it's pretty much the ship that's going to just, you don't have to nav now by having that title.
Yeah.
You can just go right ahead and just enjoy, just have fun.
Correct.
Don't worry about having to nav. Don't have to worry about naving. Just do that. Concentrate fire the whole way.
Absolutely. And as I said, if you do need like a nav command, you've concentrate fire. That's where Bale will come in, saying, "All right, I can give you a nav command." So yeah, just all you do is concentrate fire with these guys and roll those red dice and have the good time. Squadron-wise, I've got Anakin Skywalker, Illuma Luminari, and then 3 V19 Taurens. So basically, as Luminara basically makes them obstructed, except for your droid Tri-Fighter, but at least, giving the Taurens an obstructed, being obstructed, and also the Enoda B giving them that swarm ability as well. So they can re-roll dice against ships as well with that ability. So if they're attacking ships, they can re-roll dice, and also giving Anakin and Illuminara swarm as well. So non-unique. So no, they don't grab it unfortunately. But in order to be for the 319 torrents is pretty awesome. And then of course Anakin's just a steal for 19 points. He
was, wasn't he? What was he again? He's during your activation, you may spend 1 defense token to ignore. Okay. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, maybe for that I might change it to the if you want to go 1 less point, you might go down to implacable because Nota B might not. It's just for the free torrents there. If you want to go down for an extra point, implacable might be awesome to save yourself some hit points as well. So for the objectives, I've got surprise attack, Rift Ambush, and Infested Fields. So not much difference there. I still thought surprise attack just a bit of a staple on, just to think about what you're trying to do, trying to stop them, trying to slow them down.
Well, that ability to force your opponent to place his
flagship
on the squadron on the station where you want it.
Yeah.
Like that ability alone is great. You're already fixing his deployment. You're screwing up his dials.
Yeah.
It's how do you not just take surprise attack every time? The only reason why you don't take it is because you made one player objective at least once.
Yeah.
During
Unless if they've got a Corvus flagship, then surprise attack isn't the greatest. But
it only stops the Corvus flagship. It still screws up the whole thing with you're not getting your dial.
Absolutely, and that's deadly enough. So just nice and easy for the new starting player to figure out. Okay, at least they can set the dials up. They'll be there. They don't have to think about it too much. Okay, I can see the ship. I'll place my other ships. Like the Chargers, with their red dice, they can just scoot around the flagship and pop it off with the Link Turbo Laser Towers. And of course, the Consular can go nice and slow, send in the squadrons, and then quad battery turret the ship as well too. So that's nice simple 300 point list there. So that's my 300 point list. We'll go back and I'll get my 400 point one. So it's basically almost, I actually did a couple of changes here and there. So instead of Acclimator 1, Acclimator 2, I've gone to an Acclimator 1. I've got Bail Organa again. I've got Clone Navigation Officer this time round. So this is the one that gives you, when you reveal a Concentrate Fire, nav, or a Squadron Command, you may exhaust this card to choose a friendly ship at distance 1 to 5. That ship gains a command token of the matching command. So that's for, say, the Chargers, if you want to activate an extra squadron or something like that, or a nav or something like that, just to help out the squadron push as well, or whatever you need to for an extra token for the, say, if you have a Concentrate Fire, give them a token to reroll. But you've got LTTs, so it doesn't really matter. I say more of a nav or an extra squadron pusher if you need be. Then I've got Clone Gunners on it. So Concentrate Fire, when you discard one Concentrate Fire assigned to another friendly ship at distance 1 to 5 of the Defender, you can add a blue die on that one. So again, I've got a third I've got the support Consular there, so I can chuck in probably a Concentrate Fire on him, and then chuck it. Use Clone Gunners on the Acclimator 1 to get that extra blue, because it's got 3 red and 2 blacks from the front, so getting that blue for that accuracy, fishing for that accuracy is good. And then I've got
always fun to fish.
So extended hangar bay, boosted comms, Link Turbo Laser Towers, and a Nomota B. Again, I've got 2 Consular Chargers again with Link Turbo Laser Towers and one with Swift Return. This time I've added Intel Officer for both of them.
Ooh,
nice. And then I've got a Consular Armed Cruiser, so if you've got someone who can give you an extra Consular with Radiant 7 and CommsNet. Just your stock standard CommsNet pusher. And now Squadrons, it's almost the same. I've got Anakin, Illuminara Nuri, I've got 4 V19 Torrens, and then Plo Koon this time round. What you can do is you can get rid of Plo Koon if you want and add more torrents to help you with a Nota B if you want. But I've added just Plo Koon just to get the points up. Again, you can drop it down, but Plo Koon gives the V19 torrents counter 1, so they're obstructed, counter 1, and they've got swarm rerolls. So. It makes those 4 V19s escorts absolutely nasty.
Yep.
Oh god. And again, same objectives: surprise attack, rift ambush, and infested fields for the objectives as well. So, it's again, you can mix and change a couple of things here. Some things you might not go your fancy your way, but again, I feel like you slow roll this one. You basically do squadrons with the Acclimator 1, hence why I got the Acclimator 1 and did extended hangar base and boosted comms. And your charges will come and scoot from the side with Intel Officer. Try to take off the tokens, the defensive tokens, while your squadron wing just annihilates whatever sees in front. So, that's my 400 point list there.
Nice. I think it works. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's I was pretty. It's those acclimators. They're just so cheap. You can just chuck all this stuff on there.
I know. I'm looking at those things and I'm thinking, oh, they're so good.
Yeah, like it's just you look at a victory now, you just start laughing at it. It's just like what is this junk, So,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got? If you compare it to the Separatists, you kind of need to put, I suppose, an acclimated. What's the bare bones minimum you can put on it? Can you just run the thing with linked turbo lasers as well? I suppose. Like
it's got some. It's got black dice. So
it's got black dice. Ordnance wouldn't hurt you as well. But you go one of those linked turbo, because that's what I find about the Maleficents. Realistically, you almost can just run those things, just link turbo laser tower, and just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, unless you're planning on doing shenanigans, just chuck one of those.
Yeah.
Link turbo laser tower.
Yeah.
That's it. You're done.
Link turbo laser towers is going to be the win for the Clone Wars right now. The Chargers is just.
Oh, come on, Link turbo laser towers was a win for everything.
Yeah, it was.
Doesn't matter what faction.
It was.
It's always a win. It's because the
such a nice card.
What we're looking at 77 points for Maleficent with Link Turbo, and what do you got for an Acclimator? Acclimator 1 is the cheapest, is it?
Acclimator is Acclimator 1 66 points.
Oh man, that's like 73 points for that thing. Just oh man.
Yeah.
That is cheaper than the Maleficent. That sucks.
Yeah.
It's faster. What the hell? FFG. What the frack? Man,
Sam's saying 5 Maleficents at 400 points. He's saying.
Just naked?
Yeah, I presume just naked. I don't know. He just said 5 Maleficents at 400 points. Question mark.
Let's have a look. I think he's right. I think just naked. Hangry is just sorry, not a trash. Trash has just confirmed that. So. Oh well, 5 is Maleficent's. Is 380 points. So you got Kraken on 1. So I guess you can put turbo laser towers on a few of them.
You got to put a commander. So yeah.
Well, you know what you do instead of link turbo laser, you put dual turbo laser because it's more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
But you can only do it once attack though. That's the only problem. You know what? You just take a couple with link turbo laser. Would you do that? Link turbo?
I don't know.
Delete.
But yeah, Acclimators then it's nasty. Just what they've done with FFG. You just, as I said, you look at victories now and just like
it's like they really want those Acclimators to work well. I know I've really got to see how these hard cells play, but it's almost like we love Acclimators and we just want the Acclimators to be the best. Well, 390 points gives you 4 Maleficents, Kraken, all with TLT, LTT. Sorry, 4 Maleficents LTT and 1 hard cell with LTT for 397. Kraken, not 5, but I'd rather have dice mods than nothing.
Yeah, I definitely have dice mods. After my last game, you definitely need dice mods.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with running 1 hard cell with 4 Maleficents, just because. Just so you got that one ship that moves fast and everything else that kind of scoot around the outside and come in.
Yeah.
I would have liked to put Foreman Title in there, but that's 5 points, not 3 points. So, don't have the 3 points. Yeah, so you could make that work. That'd be fun.
Nice. All right,
let's play that. No. We just need a cheaper commander.
We just need ships now.
We need a cheaper commander. Yeah, we need the ships. Exactly. I'm not going to buy 4 core sets to do that.
No.
Yeah.
Anyone got 4 core ships?
That sucks though, like a Maleficent. Like, look at that thing. Oh, I can't believe they've done that. It goes slower. Like, it's got 3 dice at the side, 4 at the front, but you're looking at Acclimator.
Yeah.
Just Acclimator 1 tower, 73 points. What the hell, FFG? My God.
Yeah.
What does Bale's the dial shenanigan stuff? What's Obi-Wan do?
Obi-Wan's he's basically
while a friendly ship is defending, when it spends a redirect token, it may reduce the total damage by 1 before suffering damage. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Bale's better.
Bale's much better.
Bale's much better. Okay, let's go Bale. And
it's just.
So you can run 5 Acclimators with Link Turbo Laser Tower and Bale.
Yeah.
That would wipe the floor with my 4 ships. Was it my 4 Maleficents and a hard cell? Oh, and Kraken. Oh, come on! Like, what the hell were they thinking?
Sam's just said I can take 7 hard cells, but I can't see it viable. Trash's just said definitely 7 hard cells running around. Sounds like a nice trash list. So.
Oh, that's a trash list, all right.
Yeah.
That is so. Oh man, that is so not balanced.
Yeah.
really isn't. Like, you've got ships that can't get away.
No.
Yeah, they can shoot some side shots, but you've got stuff that's coming with stronger front arcs, and they're moving faster. They got more hull. What do they got? They got more shields, though, haven't they?
They got more shields. The Mephisons have got more shields.
Okay, technically, you might say the Maleficent has more hit point because it's got one more extra side shield.
Yeah.
You know, that's if you get a chance to use off both your redirects. I suppose where it comes in, the Maleficent has 2 red dice for salvo, where the Acclimators have 1 red-black. So,
yeah,
I suppose you could say there's probably better dice out of the... Maybe
at
there's
the
better
range,
dice out of the Maleficent long range.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, those Acclimators, like, 1 extra hull point makes a difference.
Yeah.
And then, you know, cool, okay, yeah, you might have the extra shield, but you lock down that redirect, and it's just like, yeah, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
Whatever.
Absolutely. So,
Like,
yeah.
how many times, while Trash will test this, how many times does that, does a hammerhead having 1 extra hull instead of 4, having 5 hull, just manages to live and gets off what he has to get off? It's, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always that one hull point. As I said,
always that 1 extra hull point.
Yeah, as I said, I lost the game today because of 2 hulls. So it's always the hull that gets you at the end.
It's always the hull that gets you in the end. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. I think there's some type of imbalance there. I think it really favours the Acclimators.
Well,
really
I'd say a couple, because we've also got Wave 1 coming out soon. So, so what FFG says it's coming out soon, but let's not hold them to adjustment what they say. But, you know, this is just the starting now of the Clone Wars. So it's not going to become tournament viable. I think it's as I said, once the other first wave is out, then other things will come through, and I presume some of the clone stuff will get better along the line when the other 2 ships.
Yeah, I think the clones are going to need another ship because, the Maleficent's good, and I suppose you're really going to want to pair squadrons with it because I don't know. I got to see how hard cells go, but it's I think clones have definitely won.
The one at the start.
They definitely won out in the first round.
They're out the block straight away compared to the
well, what's the next Jedi cruiser? What's the next cruiser that they have?
We've got 2
pilots.
You've got the Acclimator and the Pelter. So the Pelter's going to win it.
Oh, is the Pelter coming? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Pelter. Yeah, hands down, they're the faction to beat then.
That's it.
Well, I was just looking at, if you look at, but in Clone Wars though, the next ship that's coming for the further down the line, Wave 2, when they get the ship, the main, God, what's the ship called? You should know the name of it.
I should know the name of it. Which one?
Yeah, the main attack ship. The one which they use in all the Clone Wars. It's the one which launched all the fighters and they have the doors open at the front.
Not the Venator. The Venator.
The Venator, that's the one. The Venators.
That's
Venators. Like, if you're looking at how well priced Acclimators are now and what they're offering, just think when the Venators come and what that's going to be.
Yeah.
Because Venators are meant to be better than Acclimators, and
it's a large ship. Yeah, it's a large ship, Ian. So it's
a large ship. It's a large ship. I know. Yeah. But look how great Acclimators are. Like, Acclimators are fantastic. You almost don't even need Venators because Acclimators are that great. But Venators are I think Venators are just going to be really great.
We'll have to see, because they're going to be a bit less than a Star Destroyer. So,
you know what they'll do? They'll probably just make them Speed 2.
Probably.
That's probably what they do. They'll probably make them Speed 2, and then the large base ship for the droids is more than likely going to be a Speed 3 large base ship. That's probably what they'll do.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what they did with Rebels and Imperials.
Yeah.
They made the Rebels always had the faster, smaller ships, smaller, better ships. But then once the bigger ships came out, well, those things moved slow.
Yeah. Trash is saying every time always survives on one hull. So there you go. His hammerheads do so.
Always on one hull. Yeah. Always on one hull.
All right, let's move on. We will talk about the Mandalorian first. Is that what we're doing?
On to Mando.
The Mando.
That's what we're doing now, I think.
Yeah.
On to Mando. I'm halfway through this class.
So for those people who haven't seen last week's episode, not this week's, last week's episode, the tragedy.
What have you been doing with your life?
Yes. Go and watch it now. Actually, no, watch us first. No, actually, go and watch it. Anyway, because we're going to spoil it now. All right. So the last week's episode was called The Tragedy, and you're just wondering, is Darth Plagueis going to come in or something? All right, so we start off in the ship, the Razor Crest, and we've Grogu, because now he says it Grogu.
It's Grogu.
He says it so many times, it's starting to get embedded into my head now. Grogu.
Yeah.
Grogu and Din Djarin just having a chat and using the Force and doing a bit of training and saying Grogu. 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 They did that on purpose. So
he doesn't go, he goes, that's more like a, no, it doesn't have the roll of the tongue. Just go, it's like a, you know, I just bought my kids the animatronic Yodas and that sort of stuff for them for Christmas, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't make that noise. And then all it's going to do is they're going to pat the head and have it say, go Grogu, and it's not going to make that noise, and they're going to be pissed.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks Disney.
So they're playing around. That he's training and he's giving the whole spiel of saying I'm going to find you Jedi and I'm going to give them to you and you're going to be trained and everything's all be going hunky dory. So
he sounds sad when he says that though.
Yeah. Yeah, he
doesn't sound like he wants to give him up. He's getting used to having him around. You can hear it in his voice every time he talks about it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a dad saying, "Go, get out of here," and then you're like, you miss the kids, don't you? It's like, no.
Yeah,
yeah, you do.
Yeah, mine have disappeared for the weekend, but I do miss them every once a little bit.
A little bit.
But luckily enough, that's why we have whiskey.
Correct. So they're heading. So they start heading towards the planet Typhon. To do the whole rocket and find the Jedi. So they land and they go to the rock, and of course he sits there and starts looking at butterflies. And of course you start to figure out, well, in the original, like in comics, Typhon was supposed to be a snow planet. Maybe they're on a different side of the planet because it's not all planets are one, ecosystem. There could be
they've landed in the summer.
Yeah, maybe landed in the summer. That's right.
Was it said that Typhoid was a snow planet, or was it just it's snowing on Typhoid?
It's snowing on Typhoid. I'm not quite 100%. I'm not faux on all the comic stuff, but when they did show it, it was snowing. So yeah, he puts them on the rock. He starts, looking at butterflies.
Playing with butterflies. Djarin's looking around. Maybe there's a switch.
Maybe there's a switch.
He looks back and there's Yoda. Yeah. Blue light coming up everywhere. Meditating, joining with the Force, and sending out a signal to who knows who.
And then out of nowhere,
maybe to Luke Skywalker.
And then just out of nowhere, a fire spray comes out, and you're just going, "Hang on a second, is there only one?"
I know that. Wait.
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
the Leo. This is the whole season of Mandalorian is that meme. It's like, I know, yeah, it's always.
It is, yeah. It's so much fan service.
Yeah,
it's good because they're doing it right. But yeah, I was wrong. I honestly thought that they might have just been ending in the season 1 when you see Boba Fett just disappear there.
Yeah.
So obviously spoiler alert, Boba Fett comes out.
Yeah.
Because who else will be flying? Theoretically the only remaining fire sprayer in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Tracking down the Mandalorian. So yeah, he walks out of it. But I'm honestly surprised because I thought that last scene where you see Boba, kind of walking away at the end of season 1, I thought, oh, cool, that's them just confirming, oh yeah, he is alive, and he's probably just, going to go off. I don't know, but no, he's come to track. He's been tracking the Mandalorian. He's been, he wants to get his armor back, which is kind of weird because why didn't he get his armor?
Yeah, we lost Ian, but why did he get his armor from the first episode guy? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Why didn't you get him there? Why did you take all this time just to come?
Mandalorian can come along. Kill a crate dragon.
Yeah.
And then I can go chase the Mandalorian down and get my armor back.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Why didn't you get the what was the guy's name from the start?
Why do you wait so long to get? What's the time frame? How did he get separated from his armor?
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. How did he get separated from it?
I'm surprised that the fire spray is still there and still working.
Story about.
And still working.
Yeah. Still work. I can understand it's still working.
Yeah, but think about it. The Javas should have stripped it by now.
Well, they probably kept all as one piece to try and sell or something like that. It's just, they don't really strip much at all, do they?
Well,
my phone's ringing.
Oh.
You keep talking.
All right. So, Sam, we'll talk all about that why did Jin didn't put his backpack on. We'll get to there. single biodome planets are not for the rule for I thought there was. You got Hoth, you got Tatooine. There's really that single one kind of planet. I don't see dual planets a lot, do you, in Star Wars? Probably you call Naboo a dual one because it's water / grass and that. So maybe. So, but yeah. So where were we in? We were talking about Boba and.
He's drinking half his glass of whiskey to
find
out what.
All right. So Boba comes out. He wants his armor back, and he also has a fellow person with her. She has.
Yes, Boba Fett's made a friend.
Yes, I can't remember her name. People who can
but
help
basically,
me.
the guy, the chick who was shot dead.
Fenn something. Yes.
Fennec? No, it's not Fennec.
Yeah, it's something like that. Someone tell us who it was. But basically, the person was left dead in season 1. She's come back from the dead.
Now has a magically robotic stomach, like when Luke got his arm replaced. Oh, just replace a robot one. Apparently, he gets shot in the guts. You can get robot guts now.
Because apparently, Boba Fett is a surgeon as well too. He's got his surgeon degree. I think that's what he was doing on Tatooine. He was getting his online doctorate done.
His medical license, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's getting. That's right. That's why I was taking his time. He got out of Sarlacc going, well, I better do something with my life. Bounty hunting didn't really do that much. I'll get my online, medical doctorate from Tatooine University, and we'll call it a day.
I'm a little bit cheesed in a way of that because you saw when what's the Ugnaught saying? Krill. You saw when Krill went and got IG-11, and you saw a whole story about him rebuilding IG-11 and getting back.
Yeah.
But you don't see a whole thing. Oh, I found her dead, and now she's alive.
Yeah.
It's like. Wait, hang on a second. She was shot dead, and judging by the time she was dead on the ground for a while, bleeding out.
Yeah.
For a good part of the morning, by the time Mando got back, and then by the time Boba comes along, finds her there. Like, I don't know how long is dead in Star Wars? Like,
is she an android though? Is she GUI-esque?
No, well, she is now.
So, Ian just got wrecked a little there.
Think about that tonight.
So he's after.
Like, they could have done like a bit of backstory about that as well. Like, we got the whole backstory. I want to. How do you bring her back to life? Like,
so he's after his armor.
Two unanswered questions so far.
Yeah. So he wants his armor back for the protection of the child, and of course, lo and behold, the Empire does come along. Sam does. For
the protection of the child.
Yes.
Or so.
We lost the.
Kill you.
Sorry, say again, Ian. You broke up again.
Right, a good point there. Yeah. Was it for the protection of the child, or so we don't kill your child?
So I presume for not not killing the child. I presume that's the way.
I don't think that.
Now Sam has got to put point. He's brought up a good point. Why didn't put his jetpack back on? Remember, he put his jetpack down.
Yeah. Plot.
Yeah.
You can't move around that fast. That's the only.
Well, then think about it. The Dark Trooper, he wouldn't have gotten there faster to get the Dark Troopers. So this is why.
Yeah, but we'll get to another part and we'll see that he done a lot of stupid, questionable things in this episode as well. So let's just.
Fennec Shan. Fennec Shan. That's it. Fennec Shan.
Fennec Shan.
Yeah.
Fennec Shan. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have preferred an assassin droid over Fennec Shan. Yeah, well, no, they had to bring another, they had to bring her back in. I think she cost way too much, and thought we need her in another episode or something. That's how I feel in that.
Well, it's going to be a few now, so yeah.
All right.
Okay, so he goes. So Mando goes. What was it? Imperial's land.
Yep.
Bit of guns happen.
It's interesting that ship is not a TIE Reaper, but looks Reaper-esque. Like it's in between the Reaper and the First Order shuttles that the
it's some type of evolution between the two, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like new shuttle class that you don't see before, and it has the biggest cargo hold to hold infinite amount of troopers that comes out of that thing, honestly. Just all the E-Web, all these troopers, the mortar comes out of there. You go,
remember, Mars, always remember.
Yeah.
The cargo area is as big as the plot needs it to be, regardless of how it looks.
I think it puts the TARDIS to shame, I think.
It probably does.
Yeah, so this is the new TARDIS, the Imperial TARDIS. We'll call it the Imperial TARDIS shuttle. So, yeah, this big action scene comes out. All the stormtroopers come out. The mortar trooper was really cool. That's a bit of a legend kind of thing, having the different armor and different colors. And then they always bring out the E-Web, and they're always setting it up. They're gonna take your time. And of course, Fennec Shen's like, oh, E-Web, so a whole thing happens, and then of course, Boba comes out and he starts becoming badass, and
with his own theme music too.
Yeah,
how great was his music?
Absolutely.
Like, there he's using what we thought was originally a toothpick to clean Bantha's teeth. He used it to smash through that stormtrooper armor and whack the hell out of him.
Yeah.
So Boba might have been half devoured in a Sarlacc pit there for a little bit, but man, he picked up. He's still got those skills though.
And I saw this. I'm just like, it's saying, "F you, fanboys." Boba Fett is a badass. Here it is right now. You can retcon this whole Boba Fett is a pussy. Here he is now being a badass. Take everything back. Boba's back. He's hitting hard and hitting fast.
Look, Boba was always a badass. Han just got a lucky shot. He just got a lucky thing when he turned around. Boba Fett, where? Whacked the jetpack.
That's why everyone's like, a blind.
It was a lucky shot.
A blind man beat this bounty hunter. How badass is he? Well, here it is now. So shut up, fanboys. Boba Fett is back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, yeah.
And just the actual smashing of the armor and that, just like, oh, he's not getting up from that.
Oh, nah. Watch that. It's just, stormtrooper armor. It's just, can't even stop a guy with a stick.
Nah.
But yeah, no, that was pretty cool to see him fight there and that sort of stuff. And then, eventually he makes his way to go get his armor out of Mando's ship.
Yeah.
During the whole battle.
Yeah.
And Mando is making his way. He's running back up to the hill because he forgot his jetpack.
Yeah.
So he's running back up the hill to try and save Baby Yoda and get him out of the little force bubble. And then he comes running up, tries to reach in and grab him, tries to push his way for the force, and the force flings him back, knocks him to the side, and knocks him unconscious for a little bit.
Yeah.
So he can't do much there. So then it flicks back to what the chick, what's her name,
Fennec Shen. Yeah.
Fennec Shen, yep. Yeah. Sees her being a bit of a badass, shooting down stormtroopers, pushing rocks onto E-Webs. Then eventually Mando, what does he do? He recovers and then he goes running down to help her
back.
as well.
Yeah.
With, what were those things? Whispering birds?
Yeah, the Whispering Birds. Yeah, correct.
Birds? Yeah, use them sparingly, but in every episode.
Yeah.
In every episode.
Yeah. Well, not...
That's the meme going around. A guy in the chain machine gun just going boom, 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 boom. And then just above it, the use them sparingly. Mando, and every time, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he used it in the first episode, and I think this one. I can't remember the other time he used it.
He used them. No, he's used them.
Was it in the raid?
He used them in the prison ship. He used them in the prison ship.
Oh, the prison ship?
He first used them in, obviously, the first time he got them. He had to escape in the first
time.
I'm
talking about second season, yeah.
Oh, the second season? Well, he used them twice before.
Okay. I can remember the first. I remember the first episode when he got the.
I think he's used them about 6 times so far.
But it's just interesting how to he must have like a, I don't know, plot hole. he must have use these sparingly, but here's a bag of them for later,
Yeah. Well, it's probably true. Use them sparingly, but maybe sparingly is not using them for every attack. Maybe just use them for every third attack, and you're fine.
Yeah.
You won't run out. Just don't use them for every third episode. That's probably what he's doing every third episode. So
correct.
I suppose we're good. Yeah. So he goes running back down to help her out, and they're having a bit of a fun time, destroying stuff. Then they're about to get surrounded again by stormtroopers. Then Boba comes along, drops his bombs, and there he is,
got his armor,
and he's acting like a boss with that armor too.
Yeah.
He's killing stormtroopers left and right,
rocking the dad bod, and
rocking the dad bod. Yeah, everyone beats he's gained weight. Hey, it's all muscle. It's all muscle. Yeah. Look at the way he swung that staff. But yeah, then we all get to finally see his leg launches, those ankle launches finally used as well. He puts his legs up and boom, kills 2 stormtroopers, and then when it was like, what was it, 6, 8 stormtroopers running towards him, then 2 get shot by this thing that shoots out his leg, and all of a sudden, oh shit, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. That's right.
If he can kill stormtroopers with his legs just by shooting 2 little darts, then time to run. So they run.
Yeah, and they run for the hills, get onto the transport, and of course, Boba Fett says, you're not getting away that easy. Shoots his rocket launcher and blows them up both. And of course, he goes the line.
By accident.
By accident.
I was aiming
for the other one.
Yeah. That was pretty good. Yeah. That's done right,
Yeah.
Not Star Wars comedy done right.
Yeah. And then, of course, the most saddest part of the episode happens.
The tragedy.
That's what I'm thinking. This is the tragedy. The Razor Crest gets blown up by a very sharp-shooting gun control officer on a kitten. It must have been Clint on there. Clint on there must have rolled his red dice. And
Clint was following the kitten, wasn't he?
Yeah, Clint was the gunnery officer on that kitten and rolled his red dice and destroyed the Razor Crest like that.
Oh, dude, that was heartbreaking. That, and
yeah.
You even just see Mando when it closes into his mouth. You feel the guy's pain, and that really was a tragedy. And you know what? For the first time ever, have Imperials used great tactics when you're facing off your opponent who's on the ground, whose ships are landed. What's the first thing you should do? I don't know. Shoot the ship so they can't escape, and then cool. Okay, your ship's down. Let's regroup. Let's rethink. Let's take our time. We'll plan. We'll strategize.
Yeah.
Don't give them the opportunity to escape. Finally, Imperials did something competent. And you one shot to do it.
It's all competent. The stormtroopers was part of the ruse. All right, I thought it was part of the ruse.
Okay.
Just to give them a false sense of security. Stormtroopers, we can shoot them. They won't shoot us. False sense of security. Then bang. So it's all part of Moff Gideon's plan.
Here's to the Razor Crest.
Yep.
She was a beautiful ship. She was pre-Empire. She got the job done. She never let him down. She always got him to his destination. Just like
a 60 series Land Cruiser.
Just like my 60 series Land Cruiser outside Tanya.
Yeah.
It's cheers to your Razor Crest.
She does get the job done. All right, and then of course we see
before we go though, we can't leave without saying this.
What?
Have you ever heard of Razor Crest? The Lego Razor Crest set?
Yeah.
Where people across the galaxy spend, $150, $200 on Lego Razor Crest.
Yeah.
Which now is not going to be in the show anymore.
That's fine. I'll still spend money on that.
You'll still buy it?
Yeah, I'll still buy one.
The tragedy of spending all this money on Lego on a Lego set, which is just like for a ship that's no longer going to be in the show.
You might find another Razor Quest, you might like Razor Quest 2 or something. You never know. Just new ship to come.
I can honestly see that happening. All right, here's my ending. The Razor Crest gets destroyed. You're going to have him somewhere in the next 2 episodes. He's going to team up with those 2 Rebel X-Wing pilots again, probably.
Yeah.
They're probably going to come along and they're probably going to be like, blow and bang, save the day, meet up. Oh, well, here, thanks for helping us out. Here, we have a ship for you. And it's another Razor Crest.
Yeah.
I can
you might like it.
see something like that happening.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I can see that happening.
And of course, it's totally different. It's got like a new decal and so forth. So, Sam says Razor Crest was a lame fire spray. Changed my mind.
I'd agree with that. It's a lame fire spray, but the fire spray is a lame Millennium Falcon. Changed my mind.
Ooh, harsh words there. All right, so we get to the climatic end of where the Dark Troopers come out of the kitten and pick up Baby Yoda.
Hang on. We're missing a part. Remember, when at first you don't succeed, try again. So after Din Djarin charges into the force field, let's just call it, and gets sent back, knocked unconscious, what does he do? Comes running back up and says, "Come on, kid, we gotta go." And what does he do? He does the same thing again. Gets thrown back. And I think he does it like 3 times. I think he keeps trying to reach in to grab the kids. Like, dude, if it doesn't work the first time, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again.
And so I love it how he goes the last time, and then a couple of seconds later, he's done. It's like, well, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Like, geez, patience, young one, patience.
So
obviously, teach patience with the Mandalorians.
So the Dark Troopers come out. They do the little song and dance. I don't know. I dislike this whole. Let's do this. Let's do Iron Man. Let's go down at the same time, and then let's get in together like it's a whole song and dance. Just grab them and go. One could grab and one could start shooting down. Like they should have gotten some machine guns on the side and just blasted the.
Yeah,
crap.
but they didn't have anything to shoot because you remember Mando was incapacitated. The other two were far away.
Yeah.
Boba ran after the Razor Crest blew up. Boba ran off to get to his ship to make sure it was safe. So
I know. But I felt like it was just this whole choreographed kind of thing with Dark Troopers. They're not song and dance people. They're just droids.
No, that was perfectly fine. I don't know what you're bitching about that for. You just want to see more badass droid.
Damn right I did. I've waited so long for Dark Troopers to come out.
You'll see that in the next episode. Come on. You'll see that in Probably now? I think it's available now.
Yeah, it's now.
You're gonna go watch it.
After this, I'm going to watch it.
I know. So, okay, time to Pirate Bay. Where are you? Anyway, so what are you complaining for? You'll see it soon.
Sam's saying fighting words. Millennium Falcon's just a prototype Eben Hawk.
Ooh.
So
Hawk.
Eben Hawk. I'm not quite sure what the Eben Hawk.
What's the Eben Hawk?
I don't know.
Okay, I gotta look that up now before I can get into that.
But it grabs Baby Yoda. Boba Fett goes to the chase. Mando says, "Don't go for it," and and then of course they get in and the kitten.
Oh, Sam, we're gonna have words. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh,
what is it?
Eben Hawk was a dynamic class frigate routine, resembling. Hang on, I'll bring up an image and I'll share screen.
Sam, the interdictors aren't around. I feel like that, as I said before, he's on the kitten just for a specific reason, just to go around.
There we go. This is what Sam started.
Oh yeah, that's a ship from the Knights of the Old Republic. That's what
Knights of the Old Republic, is it? Yeah. Millennium Falcon shits all over this, mate.
Ooh, savage.
Yeah.
So don't worry, you'll get your fleet later on. Moff Gideon has a fleet. He's just rocking. He's just gone, I'm taking the fast ship so I can do the Dark Troopers. So I think there is a fleet. So don't despair, Sam. I think he'll come. So he's still disappointed about Moff Gideon on a shitty little kitten. But Clint will say it's not shitty because he can roll those red dice and destroy a Razor Crest like that. So yeah, so they steal the child, and of course the Mandalorian Din Djarin goes through the wreck and finds the ball. Miraculously, he finds the ball in that whole wreck. It's just some eagle eye magic there, I'd say. And of course
he's got the helmet with the visor. He can see everything.
There you go. Plot armor. Okay, and he gives the Beskar spear. So I presume that's going to become some kind of major plot hole thing where he fights Moff Gideon with it. I presume. Yep. I foresee it. And of course,
it's going to come down to that spear versus the Darksaber. You just know it.
Yeah, and of course,
and if they do, brilliant.
And of course,
Sam, I'm just going to say this too now, Sam. This ship leaves all the ships in the dust, mate. The Moldy Crow.
The Moldy Crow, yeah.
Is there a better ship than the Moldy Crow? There is no better Star Wars ship than Moldy.
TIE Defender.
No, the TIE Defender's a load of crap. Come on. Bloody Thrawn couldn't even get the things mass produced.
Is the ball Beskar? No, I don't think it was Beskar, the ball. It's just part of the ship, so I don't think the whole ship is made out of Beskar. That would be too expensive. But
well, if it was made out of Beskar, it wouldn't have been blown up.
Yeah.
So we would have had that.
The ball.
Everyone would still be happy with their Lego sets. But the ball wasn't made of Beskar. No. It's just a ball. Naturally, it would survive a laser. Look at all the gear servos that survived, and those sprockets and everything in the background. Stuff will still survive, but it's blown apart. But the ball had to survive because it's plot related. Yeah,
that's it. So. Of course, and at the end, he's like, well, that's the end of it. It's like, no, hold on a second, says Boba Fett. I'm indebted to you because you gave me back my armor. We're going to help you find the child. And of course, he shows him the lineage on his, this is Boba Fett.
My chain code is embedded into the armor. So, stuck on that bitch, it is mine.
It is mine. So
very well, you may keep it.
Yes, and of course, Boba's now going to...
No, it's very... very hard to argue with a guy when he's the only one on the ship to get him off the planet. B, he's already wearing the armor, and he did just help you out a bit. So it's a little bit hard to argue the point with him.
Yeah. So they go back to what's the Navarro back again, or always.
Back to Navarro because we need some help.
Yeah, and Gina Carrero's what's her name again?
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune again.
Always happy to see more
now
her and stuff.
Is a what was it? Was she a ranger?
She's gone legit.
She's gone legit. She's part of the Republic, so she's a
is it ranger?
A ranger or something? Yeah, something like that.
Did they say ranger?
Something
no,
like.
I don't think I said ranger.
Yeah.
No, it could have been ranger. Was it sheriff or was it I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah, anyways, she's part of the Republic,
Anyway,
and Din Djarin needs her help to find Moff Gideon and asks to get the details of the guy from the heist.
Bill Burr. We're getting more Bill Burr in Star Wars.
Woohoo!
Man, his character was great last season. I loved his character.
Yeah. So
I wasn't a stormtrooper.
So we'll see him back probably in this week's episode or next week. You don't know, but I presume next week's.
It's going to be next week's episode.
So it's going to be a good episode. So, and of course we go to the end of the episode where he's on the kitten Moff Gideon, and we see Baby Yoda. He goes to the cell and see Baby Yoda using a bit of the dark side of the Force, choking the stormtroopers and throwing them around.
Was he choking or just throwing them around?
He was choking them and throwing them. You could see that they're clinging their necks because Baby Yoda doesn't have enough power to choke them to death. He was just choking them and then threw them.
You can just throw them around a bit.
Yeah, correct. So, and of course, Moff Gideon shows off his Darksaber, and he's like, you can't play with this.
You will never get this. You will never get this.
No. You will never get this. Oh, okay.
You'll never get this.
And of course, they stun him. That's probably the second time we've seen a stun gun used on Star Wars. So,
in live action.
In live action, yes.
In live action.
Yeah.
Not the second time we've seen it. We've seen it many times in Star Wars. We saw Rex shooting it all the time.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Clone Wars. I'm talking live action. Yes. I remember now because in the last season of Clone Wars, that's what they were doing on the last episode. So they're shooting stunners. So.
The thing I loved most was I saw a meme on Baby Yoda memes on Facebook. It's hilarious. I saw a meme on there saying that how every parent wishes they could do with their children at the end of the day, shoot them with a stun gun and make them go to sleep. And put little mini handcuffs on. I'm thinking, you know what? I so relate to that. So that was the end of that episode. I just want a stun gun, just
absolutely. Who doesn't? So that was the end of that episode. A very short episode. Was it the best one? Not really. It did the job. Let's just say that. It
was a good episode. I was happy. I was a bit like, I almost felt a little bit when I first saw the fire spray flying to the screen. I almost felt a little bit. I don't know if I should cringe at this or not because it's like, really, we're bringing Boba in, bringing the fire spray in. Is this too much fan service? But you know what? I like the way it was done. Everything they're doing, they're handling very well.
Yeah, which
is good. There is a lot of throwbacks to everything that happens. You know, you look throughout the whole thing. It's like everything's a throwback to this. There's all like you say, it's that meme. You know, I need a cigarette, don't I? To do it properly.
Yeah, I know.
It's everything's a throwback to Star Wars that came before. But the good thing is that they're doing it correctly.
Correct.
They're not making bad jokes out of it. They're not. Are they overdoing it? I don't think so. If they are, at least they're doing it properly, so it flows naturally. You know, it's that the only thing that I just want those two questions answered out of this, and that is, how did she survive being shot and being left for dead for so long before she got some new mechanical parts into her and brought back to life? I wouldn't mind a better explanation than you saved me, and look, I've got robot guts now.
I don't think it's going to go there, but I understand what you're saying.
It probably won't. But the more important question, I can let that slide. Okay, whatever, he saved it, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll let it live. But the more question, the question is, which I really want answered, is that why didn't Boba go and get his armor back earlier? Why did he wait for Mando to get it?
I told you he's studying his online doctorate, so.
I know. He probably won an hour, whatever. But maybe he just felt he couldn't get it off him. He didn't have the power. But, just the way he manhandled those stormtroopers. And the guy at the start there, the only thing that made him powerful, I can't remember his name now. the Marshal.
Cod
The
Van.
only thing that made
Cod
him
Van?
powerful.
Is it Cod Van?
Cod Van?
Yeah.
Cod Van, yeah. The only thing that sort of made him a bit sort of like powerful was the fact that he had the armor. Like, he wasn't really a strong fighter or anything like that by himself. And, you know, if Boba really wanted his armor back, oh, cool, let's wait till the guy goes to sleep, pull out a gun, say, dude, I'm taking my shit back.
Yeah.
And then, you know, cool, we move on with life. But I wouldn't mind a better explanation as to why it took it. I want to know, how did he get separated from his armor to begin with? And why did it take him so long to get it back?
All right. Yeah.
I want that story. I want more, because to me that is a massive plot hole.
Okay.
We
right.
saved it.
Yeah, fair enough. But segueing to that, and also segueing into Sam's question, will Cara Dune be a character in the new Star Wars Republic show, as we're getting a Ahsoka spin-off? Let's talk about spin-offs.
Spin-offs!
So we might get a Boba Fett show later on. You never know. But today, out of all days today, just before we go and do this show today, we just thought we're going to do these two topics. Lucasfilm decided to come out with their future projects that's going to come out in 2 to 3 years. And wow, just some of the stuff that came out of that, the press release and the that release thing. So first
sorry, Mars, before we go on,
yep.
For those people playing at home, I am onto my 4th glass of whiskey, and I am this far through the bottle. If you can remember where I started at the start, I think I started here. So if you are playing along at home, make sure you are keeping up.
All right.
This stuff here, it's pretty weak. It's only 35% alcohol, so you should be fine.
All right. So on the StarWars.com page, it gives you a bit of a little synopsis of all the projects that's coming up. So the one that excites me the most is the Rogue Squadron movie. So the next Star Wars feature film will be Rogue Squadron, directed by Katie Jenkins of the Wonder Woman franchise. This is a story to introduce a new generation of starfighter pilots as they earn their wings and risk their lives in a boundary-pushing, high-speed ride and move through the saga of the future era of the galaxy.
Yeah, I know. You know, one of our regulars, Josh. I think he pretty much jizzed in his pants when he saw that one. Yeah, I think he's like, yes. I think this is pretty much what he's decided his life was all about living for, was for this one moment to get to see that one particular movie.
Yeah, Josh.
The way he reacted to it.
Yeah, Josh. He's just all over the place. Yeah.
Josh, as soon as I saw that, I thought, mate, this one's for you.
He's gonna be front row center for the first. Like, he'll even try to get into the pre-release and to like the opening shot. He'll do anything.
Oh, he will be. He'll be in there. He'll be first up to see it.
And he'll be in his full X Wing flight suit.
Yeah, he's got the full flight suit, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I'll see if I can find that photo.
Yeah.
I'll share it to the screen.
But so this one is probably the one I'm most excited about too. And this movie, it's a movie, so it's a standalone movie, hits cinemas in 2023. So we've got another 3 years before we get to see it, bar or minus some, delays, which most might happen, but I'm definitely looking forward to this one. There was a little bit of a teaser trailer there, nothing much in it. It was just her talking about her father being a fighter pilot, and I think it's going to go well. I hope they just don't cancel it like the other films. But the next one coming up is an Untitled Watina. How do you say his name? The New Zealand guy, Watina. Ian, help me out.
What's that?
Watina, the New Zealand guy who recorded Wakina. What is his name? I can't pronounce his name.
I can't pronounce names.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
The guy who did Thor Ragnarok. That guy, and he did
okay. Yeah. He was.
I can't even pronounce this. Wakina.
Like I said, we've got to embarrass the guy first.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our buddy Josh.
Yeah.
He's full flight gear there.
Yeah.
Lining up when we had an X Wing down here in Melbourne for him to go sit in.
Yeah.
And sit in it, he did. And I think this is probably the happiest day of his life. Right there, that looks like a man who's happy.
It shows.
I even made him a Poe Dameron altar card for X Wing.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw him in there, I thought, yeah, he needs that. So yeah, that's our buddy Josh. He's the guy, Yeah.
Yeah. So this the next film I was talking about. It hasn't been named, but he's going to make a fresh, unexpected, unique approach to Star Wars, with a humorous talent.
Those sound like dangerous words.
with a sense of humor. He says he's going to add Star Wars with a sense of humor. That would be interesting.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that if they do it with new characters. If they don't do like what Ruin Johnson did with old characters. Yeah.
Well, he did for Ragnarok. That was hilarious. So I'm sure, and that's adding comedy to the Marvel universe.
Well, that was good. That was comedy without disrespect too.
Yeah. So I think
that was the thing.
I think he's going to do well for that film. All right, and then we move on to Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. So
hello there.
So of course,
to be honest, I don't think we needed this. I know people want it, but honestly, I don't think we needed this.
So basically, they announced this last year. Return of Ewan McGregor, iconic role of Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi for a special event. Officially titled Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where he faced off his greatest defeat, the downfall of corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. The series will be directed by Deborah Chow, who helmed a memorable episode of Mandalorian Season 1. And of course, Hayden Christensen will be turning as Darth Vader. And this will
that's pretty cool.
This will be a rematch of the century, says Kennedy. So, this will be awesome. I would love to see this. I wonder how they're going to do the whole rematch of Ewan and Hayden. So this will be real interesting. Yes.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool seeing Hayden Christensen back into it again. And
I wonder if they're going to do some Anakin shots with him without the helmet or something like that. Like some kind of...
maybe. Look...
It'll be hard. He's a bit older now, so they could probably do it, but...
How much can you really put him into this show? It's... Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more flashbacks and that sort of stuff. I don't think you're going to see... I don't think you're going to see him in the whole Darth Vader outfit or some type of confrontation with him and Obi-Wan meet. That would just break continuity, and that would just be annoying. But, I reckon you're probably going to see him more in flashback scenes.
Yeah.
And I'd probably be fine with that. I wouldn't mind in flashback scenes. That's okay. But I don't want to see him... Well, they wouldn't call him back to chuck him in the Darth Vader suit. But, yeah, I don't know.
I'll give it some optimism. And I'll wait till it comes out. Look... More Star Wars is good Star Wars, I'd say. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
Just remember though, more Star Wars also gives you the Last Jedi. So just be careful.
Yeah, they're not movies, all right.
Just be careful.
There's no. They haven't talked about Ryan Johnson stuff, so this is good.
I think they've learned their lessons, so I think we're okay.
All right, the next one on the list is Star Wars Ahsoka. So after making her long-awaited live-action debut, The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano's story, written by Dave Filoni, will continue a limited series starring Rosario Dawson, executive producer by Dave Filoni and John Favreau. Now, it doesn't say it's a live-action, but I feel like it's going to be a live-action.
I thought they confirmed that. I thought it's been confirmed as a live-action.
I think it is, yeah, because you've got Rosario Dawson as if you've got Rosario Dawson, you're going to be live-action. If it was animated, exactly. It would be Ashley Eckstein doing it. So that's
they get Ashley back for that.
So this will be.
Well, the thing is this also going to be a continuation of Rebels? Like they're talking about, there's meant to be a Rebels continuation with her.
I feel like this is going to be the continuation of what happened at the end of the last episode, the previous episode.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's.
I almost, in some ways, I almost don't know if it is or isn't, because they are calling it Ahsoka, and if they're going to be chucking Sabine and Ezra and even Thrawn in there, I almost don't feel like it should be called Ahsoka, to be honest.
Well, we don't know. Again, I feel like it's going to be a continuation of that. It's going to, as I said, I feel like it's going to be that bit, and the picture of it. It has the picture of the World Between Worlds picture on it, so at the background. So it could be a mixture of her walkabout, trying to figure things out. But I feel like it's going to continue on with that Thrawn thing, because that's how I feel. I feel like that Mandalorian episode yesterday, the week before, of the Jedi, the week before that, sorry, Jedi was, here's Ahsoka. This is going to be like, either it's going to be in between that Ahsoka episode, it's going to be that in between episode where Mandalorian and Ahsoka kind of connect, or will be the first episode after what happens. She says, "Where's the magistrate?" and Din Djarin takes off. Maybe it starts from now. I don't know, but I feel like
Couldn't be before it too.
It could be before.
Speaking of Anakin and Ahsoka, I'm just going to share my screen for a second. How cool was this picnic coming to light? How much difference does that make now?
Yeah.
Yeah, how cool was that? I can't remember when that photo was taken. I think it was taken like a long time ago, but
yeah,
how cool is that picture?
Yeah, that is awesome.
Future coming true. That was pretty true. I can't remember when that was taken. I think it was taken quite a long time ago, that one.
Yeah.
Before she was even cast, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, anyway.
Next one up is, Rangers of the New Republic. So set within the time of The Mandalorian, this new live-action series from executive producer Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will intersect the future stories and culminate into a climactic story event. So I presume this will be the Cara Dune.
Yeah, if this is Cara Dune, I'm more than happy to see more Cara Dune.
Yeah.
Like, I really like the character, and I reckon she's, you see her when she does her fights, everything like that. That form of MMA coming out in her and everything. It's it's pretty cool. I could watch more of her.
Yeah.
I could really watch more of her.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people could. But yeah. So Cara Dune. Always win.
Nice. Next one on the list
so
is...
hopefully that's coming up.
Now we have Lando. So everyone's favourite scandal, Lando Calrissian, will return to the brand new Adventures series for Disney+. Justin Shooter, creator of critically acclaimed Dear White People, a huge Star Wars fan, is developing a story. So I presume it's not Billy D. Williams, it's Glover, I presume, is coming on this one. So
probably Glover, yeah.
So that'll be good. I like him as Lando, so this will be nice. Don't have a lot of info.
He did all right, actually. He did a pretty good Lando, I thought. He got the character right.
I feel like this is going to be like this Solo 2 that everyone's asking about, but it won't be Solo, it'll just be Lando.
There's just going to be a movie or a TV?
It's just a brand new series, brand new event series. So it's probably just like a short run series, not like a...
I almost would have liked it to have been if they could have merged it as, Han and Lando. Like, how cool would that have been in a way? But then again, you got Chewie, so Han and Lando, but Chewie's, it's always been Han and Chewie, so...
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe it's better as just Lando or something, but...
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Again, we'll wait and see what we get more information. Next one is Andor. Now, this is another one I'm waiting for as well, too. So, they did...
Yeah, this could be exciting, this one.
Yeah, they did have a teaser trailer for this one, too. So, Andor is an intense, nail-biting spy thriller created by Tony Gilroy, set in arrive in Disney Plus in 2022. Diego Luna reprises his role as rebel spy Cassian Andor from Rogue One. We join with a thematic new cast that includes Stellan Skarsgård. Don't worry about the names. And Mon Mothma's going to be in it as well. And basically, it's already started production, and with 13 episodes slated in. So, definitely looking forward to this one.
So it's only going to be 13 episodes long?
We don't know.
I honestly hope so. Actually, here's the thing too. This is a comment which I kind of want to make about all these Star Wars projects coming up, like especially something like Lando and Cassian.
Yeah.
I hope it just be a straight miniseries, not continuing on like something that just want to put on like television for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Like they're just going to keep churning out the episodes. Especially the way you've got streaming services now and the way television's evolving into that online platform instead of just being that whole, you sit down and watch something mindless every week. Just resets its new episode every week. Like the old Stargates and the old Star Treks and stuff used to do.
Yeah.
I really want to see these just in-depth miniseries, short, sweet, big budget, full of the story, the drama, none of the fill, just... I don't want to see these shows last for years.
I don't think
it's
going to be. I feel like it's just going to be a mini series, and that's it. That's going to be it.
If it's a 12-part mini series for Andor and Lando, that's sort of what I want to see. Even Obi-Wan, again, I don't want to. Well, Jesus Christ, you got 19 freaking years between when he drops off the baby and goes to. I don't want to see an Obi-Wan series last for 19 years. I just want to see something maybe a bit short and sweet that. It's a bit of a side thing he has to take care of while he's on Tatooine, or might have to leave Tatooine or something to protect Luke. Just again, come on, Lucasfilm, just keep these things short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah.
Best example, Battlestar Galactica went 4 years. Find me a filler episode.
Yeah.
It was great. I'm sure you can find a few, but it was just a continuing story, and I'm glad that only lasted 4 seasons. Yeah. I probably could have done with 5 seasons. I really don't want to see things last more than 4 seasons anymore. I just want to have great TV, great story, full of plot, no fill, Just give me good stories and
Yeah.
leave it at
Yeah.
that. I don't want to
Yeah.
see all this stuff
All right.
last forever.
You haven't seen the scissor reel? I highly recommend it. It's got some bit of art, still art on there. It's got Cassian Andor in an A-wing with a shattered cockpit. Really good picture there, and really nice.
Yeah, there was some really great art there. I saw that earlier.
Then we've got the Acolyte. Leslie Headland, Emmy Award nominated corrector of the mind-bending series Russian Doll, brings you a new Star Wars series to Disney Plus, The Acolyte. The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take the audience into a galaxy of shadow secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. Ooh, High Republic. So some High Republic stuff happening there. And then another big one, Star Wars The Bad Batch. Now, you haven't seen the teaser on this one. Watch it. It is absolutely awesome.
This is awesome.
Yes.
This looks good. I don't know where the story's going. Like, the teaser really didn't tell you where the story's going for that.
Yeah.
But, my God, was that good. You know what?
And this is coming next year, people, so we don't have to wait too long for this one to come out. So... let's see what it says. The series follows the elite and experimental clones of Bad Batch, first introduced in the Clone Wars, as they find their way in a rapidly changing galaxy in the immediate aftermath of the Clone Wars. Members of the Bad Batch, a unique squadron of clones who vary generically from their brothers in the Clone Armies.
Here it is. Here's the preview right now. I got no audio on this, so hopefully we won't receive a copyright strike. But you already see, like. Look at them, the Bad Batch. There were a bunch of clone troopers. Look at you got the whole whip there.
Yeah.
That slavers, taking on slavers, you might say. You just see them flying planet to planet. A bit of action scene here and there. But who are they doing that? Who are they fighting against?
I love this bit with the Emperor Patine.
This bit here, yeah.
Yeah.
First Galactic Empire. So obviously, the question is, are they working for the Empire now with the clones? Who are they working with? Who are they facing off against? Look at that destroyed acclimator in the background there.
Venator.
Burning stuff out. And, this is just pretty cool.
Yeah.
Vibro blades, hitting things, whacking people out. Look at that. They're even finding... I reckon there might be a bit of like a thing where they're going to be on Camino for a bit there, it looked like. Maybe they're still fighting a few people. Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Tarkin!
Imperial Tarkin.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
You got some droids there as well.
Oh, don't get
that's true. Yeah. And look at that. The Bad Batch. Clone Wars, then... The Bad Batch.
It's probably
Where's
one of
that scene with Tarkin?
So,
here we go. So there you go. The Imperial uniform.
Yeah,
now Mars, what's his rank there on his shirt there?
It's not Moff because that's a different. It looks like an admiral.
It's not Moff yet.
No, that's like admiral.
That's admiral.
I think it's an admiral.
Was he admiral in Clone Wars?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't know if he was still an
admiral. That's not a Moff. That's not a Moff. Insignia there because he doesn't.
That is a full Imperial uniform right there. So, and the fact that they're there being briefed by him and he's
it does have more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, it's six. Yeah, that's an admiral. Six.
So 6 red dice, 6 blue dice.
Yeah, it's an admiral.
He is an admiral. Yeah, cool. And he's got the four cylinders as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's there and he's talking to the Bad Batch and he might be going for a briefing or something with him, and he's talking casually with him in this scene here.
Yeah.
As he was walking in, it means that I reckon that they are working for the Empire. They are doing things for the Empire, and I wonder if this will be a whole episode where, if this series, because the clones eventually come out. You hear what Rex says in stop the share screen there. You know what Rex says in Rebels, where Kanan says, I think actually. Sometime after the clones had turned against the Jedi, they said, we had chips in our head and this sort of stuff, and we did it in the world, we didn't mean to. And then Rex says, some of our chips removed, and you find out Ahsoka was the one who removed his chip. And I'm just wondering if this will be that series between, you got the Clone Wars turns the Bad Batch, and I just wonder if the Bad Batch will be that connection that find out about, like, they're working for the Empire. That the Republic's. I feel like they're going to go. They're not going to have the inhibitor chips. Either they're going to have them, or they get removed them, or they turn back. I feel like they're not going to go full Imperial. They're going to resist the Imperial change, and they're going to become their own separate little thing. I think in this series, it's not even about them, not even just about them as much, but also the whole series is going to be about. I think you're going to have that background plot where they will uncover the whole chips. They will be the ones who help to bring it all to light.
Yeah.
I almost wouldn't be surprised if you see Rex in here as a cameo. It'd be interesting to see if you see more of Cody as well. Even though anyone who knows what happened to Cody after the wars is a bit like, he wasn't very happy with how the war ended for him.
Yeah.
It didn't work out so well for him. Went to Camino and went on guard duty, and he just got pissed about how, look at all these humans joining the ranks, the stormtroopers, ruin the clone troopers. He got very bitter in the end. Eh?
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see. Like, I want to see if this is going to be a series that kind of fills that gap between you start seeing the clone troopers phasing out and you're seeing.
Absolutely. This will be definitely, because you see the whole white Imperial stormtrooper coming in instead of. You don't see the stormtroopers, but you still see the clone armor. So it'll be the transition between the Galactic Empire.
Clone armor was always white. It only ever changed color for when they went to like certain groups.
But
when they started, adding markings or their own paint style to it and everything.
But I feel like it's going to be that transition from the Republic to the Empire, where things will change, and then we'll see what happens to the Bad Batch. I feel like they're going to do their own thing and become rogue types.
It's not even just the Bad Batch. Happens with all the clones and that sort of stuff, and how they feel about it.
Yeah, well, you do see Camino as well, so you'll find out what happens in Camino.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's
what happens with clone
I think
facility.
you'll see a bit of Camino, and
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on now. We'll finish off with we've got a couple more. We've got Star Wars Visions, presenting a new creative take on Star Wars on the far galaxy. Visions is a series of animated short films celebrating the Star Wars through the lens of the world's anime creators. The anthology collection will bring 10 fantastic visions from several of the leading Japanese anime studios, offering a fresh, diverse cultural perspective to Star Wars. So most likely, like those Star Wars.
The artworks, the artwork and the quality is going to be on point, but whether or not it'll actually be a good story is not.
It's like you see those Star Wars kids ones where they do those short ones.
I love those.
Yeah, I feel like
honestly, I'm watching the animation on those things. If they went and redid all the movies in that animation and did it all again,
I feel like
my God, I would watch them all.
I feel like this is
like those Star Wars things are awesome.
I feel like this is it. They're going to do their own separate little stories because it's going to be Japanese anime. So I feel like it's going to be something like that. They're going to do something, they rehash something like a bit from some Star Wars film and make it into a story of some sort. So instead of that 5-minute clip of Galaxy of Star Wars, or what is it, Galaxy of Heroes?
Yeah, but you see some people when they go and they pair it together into like trailers and they kind of make stories when they kind of pair a bunch of the scenes together.
I think instead of that 5-minute thing, awesome. They're going to make it into a half-an-hour thing now, by the looks of it.
Like seriously, anybody who is not, I'm going to see what I'm bringing up. I got to look for it. Anyone who has not gone onto the Star Wars Kids website on YouTube and looked up some of these videos, like these videos are fantastic.
Yeah, like the Imperial one. The Imperial one,
they really are.
I love it.
Which one do we want? We want to look up.
I better hurry up, Ian. I want to wrap this up now. So
you want to wrap this up, do you? Yeah. Why, you got someone to be?
I want to watch Mandalorian. All right, so
you want to watch Mandalorian? It's not going anywhere. Come on, it's not going anywhere.
I've got work tomorrow.
Oh, so. You got work tomorrow? Yeah, so do I. But I'm the one drinking all the whiskey. I've still got to get up at 5 a.m, so you can deal with it. Here we go. Galaxy of Adventures. That's
Galaxy of Adventures. That's it.
Which one did you like?
The Imperial one, of course.
Oh, there's so many though. Empire Strikes Back, Rendezvous, First Order.
Stormtroopers. The Stormtrooper one. The Stormtrooper one.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Here we go. I'll click.
All right, go ahead.
Come on. There we go. Actually, no, you got to watch this. We won't play the sound because copywriting. But you look at the animation of these things, like
it's I feel like this is going to be it. Like it's going to be a little bit of this.
Yeah.
And it's very Japanese and it's very Japanese anime anyway. So.
Like you look at that scene between him and Maul there. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Hello there. Oh, it's just pretty cool, like the way they do it. Like if they seriously go and make an episode like this, I think my favorite one was probably where they see this here, like where you see him and Anakin fight off in one of them. It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back. I gotta find that because that is honestly the best one, where you see.
All right, I'll continue on while.
Yeah, you continue on. I'll find this.
All right, and then we got the last one is a droid story. Lucasfilm continues to develop new stories in intersection of animation and visual effects. Offers new opportunities to explore Lucasfilm animation when we team up with Lucasfilm Visual Arts team Industrial Light and Magic to develop a special Star Wars adventure for Disney+. A droid story. This epic journey will introduce a new hero guided by legendary duo of R2-D2 and C-3PO. So this will be, I'm not quite sure what this will be, but it'll be of course an animation, but I presume it will be something got to do with effects and so forth. So more like a educational kind of thing, I feel like. And then they go to other Lucasfilm stories. So, new Indiana Jones will be with Harrison Ford. And of course, for those people who love
new Indiana Jones, that's part of the Star Wars verse now. It was all released on Star.
Well, it's Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm did Indy, and of course Willow as well. For those people who love the 80s movie, Willow is coming back as well too. It's from Ron Howard. Ron Howard, 1988. Yeah, that's it. So Warwick Davis will come back in the film. So I'm not. I've seen it. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen it. But
here we go. This is the one I want to show you, Mars. Come on, click back. We're gonna watch this one.
Yeah.
This one here. You know, you see him talking about. You know, you see the whole thing there with Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Like this one here was probably one of the best ones in that.
No, the Stormtrooper one's better for me. I love the Stormtrooper one.
You mean the one where they're evading Hoth?
Yeah.
I think that's the one you're talking about, isn't it?
And then
look at this. Look at this. The aging up. Boom, boom, boom. And then what? You see him fight against Vader. And then there's that whole boom. Then they're fight. Like, look at that. Then they're fighting against Dooku, and then they're fighting against each other. Like, come on. Like, that is brilliant animation right there. And then look at that. Like, come on. This is pretty brilliant. The way these guys.
I feel like that Visions is going to be something like this. Not like this, but something like this.
And like, look at that. And then. Seriously, you watch this and you seriously want to see. I want to see all this animated like that, or all the movies animated like this. It would just be awesome.
No, it's pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. Like, you know, there's something about animation where you can get away with stuff like this that you can't get away with in real life. You just watch it and you can just enjoy it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice and short and pretty cool.
So if you guys haven't seen that, seriously, Galaxy on the Star Wars Kids YouTube channel, it's just really awesome. And you just watch people put those trailers together and it's great.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
All right.
I think it's time we wrap this
up. That's it. That's all the shows.
Down to, again, for those of you playing at home, I'm down to this much of the bottle. We started here. We're down to here. I hope you have kept up for the night.
Pour the last one.
If not, cheers.
All right,
pour the last one. I'll have to save the rest of that for tomorrow.
All right. Final comments for tonight. Any thoughts?
Actually, my final comment is I just remembered I actually have... I've actually got this one for tomorrow. Next week's episode will probably be brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon Whiskey. So that's next week's episode.
Nice. Next week will be more Mandalorian, and let's hope
more Mandalorian.
Yeah, well, the next episode.
We've got some other Star Wars news we want to talk about.
Not that I'm aware of. We've basically all covered all tonight. So apart from anything else new coming out, but it'll be just Mandalorian chat. Hopefully we'll make something up. But I'm
just going to leave my screen on this now because I don't really have anything else more to say. So
I'll
let you take it out then.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back for more Armada action next Thursday for some live action, and of course the LTD's Messy Christmas tournament, TTT Tabletop Simulator tournament is still on. So just watch for those videos coming on. We could be on at any time. Round 2 will be starting very shortly. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, subscribe, like us on Facebook, and fly casual! Yes, Luke, you did miss it.
I did go live.
Yeah, go.
Okay, Luke, seriously, how are you not here? You have missed this much whiskey tonight. Come on, mate. Up your game.